Walking down this beautiful tree-lined boulevard, looking rather grey out there. Could well rain very soon. I'm totally hungover. May have been robbed again last night, who knows. It was, I think I had about 1.5 million on me. It sounds like a lot, but it's probably equates to, I don't know, maybe $90 max. Then again, I may just spend on booze. I mean, I had a lot, so who knows. But, you know, I'm not here to have a quiet time, so who cares? And it wasn't a bad night, so I'm becoming very philosophical. I mean, it's in the scheme of things, you travel, you spend money, that's just what the way things go. You prefer not to be robbed, or, I mean, I had my stack hat nicked, or I just misplaced, I don't know, but certainly there was a scumbag moto taxi guy who took my money and didn't give me change. I knew that was never going to happen, but I was too pissed to respond. So, you know, I believe in personal responsibility. I take responsibility for that. It's part of the equation. If you make yourself into a target, you know, don't be surprised if people target you, especially opportunist people in Vietnam who, you know, is a poor country. This is a honeypot to them. I'm pissed off with myself for doing it. I don't like doing it. I'm happy to pay them the right price for a slight margin, but I don't like getting ripped off. But I take full responsibility if I'm pissed. The buck stops here. I wish a few people in politics would actually go by that adage. They are scum in my opinion, because they never do. They never take responsibility anymore. So that's why I'm very, very cynical about democracy, because we have such bad people in control. If they followed my personal, which, you know, probably is an old style type morals, maybe we'd be better off. I'm taking the high moral ground, I know, but, you know, I'm hungover. I'm walking in the street, Saigon, still alive. I'm in one piece. No one mugged me. You know, life goes on, and I've still got my Aussie dollars to change, so they didn't want those. That's the beauty of changing money, because if they only want local currency, yeah, they're not going to steal international currency, because it probably leads to a paper trail, and they don't want that. They don't want to be accountable for a theft like that. So I think that's another good reason to use local Aussie cash over here, or in Thailand. But, you know, just my philosophy, I may be wrong, but I've had travel a fair bit, and that's how I feel. Yeah, they're out in force tonight. Yeah, look at that. Families are all out, they're exercising. It's a nice spot. It's a good little green area in the middle of a big city. And I don't blame them, why wouldn't they? And they work damn hard. You know, Asians, ones I know about the most, which will be the Thais and Vietnamese, work very long hours and long weeks. Stanley does 7-day a week, and he seems happy. I don't think he has much nightlife. He always starts work at 6:30. He's the boss, I presume. He has to be there all the time. And he feeds my face, and I'm happy for it. But, you know, he's chosen that lifestyle. I think he's doing very well. And I guess he realises what it's like to have money. He's lived in Sydney, so he knows what Western lifestyle is like. So maybe got a taste for that. He's prepared to work bloody hard back here to emulate that. All speculation, I have no idea, but he seems like a really nice guy to me. And he looks after me with the food. He actually did, down here, just here actually, I was walking back yesterday, just at this point here, and some guy on a motorbike comes up behind me. I just think it's a normal moto taxi pest. Although, to be fair, none of those have actually hassled me for the last few days. They know I'm a local now. It was actually Stanley, and he had my my squid, my portion of squid, which he hadn't actually put in my takeaway bag, in his hand and gave it to me. I felt really bad because it looked like tropical fish the way he gave it to me. I felt mean, like I was eating live fish. Totally irrational, but it just seemed like that. But he came all the way down a block, almost 2 blocks, to follow me and give me the rest of the food I paid for. So you know, we shook hands. He's a nice guy. I think he likes me, and I'm a regular customer. And he says lots of foreigners eat there. So there you go. I would think it's very popular with expats, but not with tourists, because tourists, they would not go further than this next road. They would stay in this area here, and my experience with tourists is they're not very adventurous. They go on bloody tours that are all homogenized, organized. They don't see what the locals see. And that's what I like about travel, is experiencing everyday life in a city as a local. Of course, that doesn't always work out. Like last night I went to the bars, and locals don't do that. They would probably get pissed on cheap whiskey. That's what they do in Thailand. It's too expensive to drink beer. That's a very Western thing, or a middle class thing. So, yeah, horses for courses, I guess. So I hate the way the women wear the masks here. They're very elegant, but they've got this obsession with keeping their skin white. I mean, it's so ironic that in the West we are always trying to be tan. Although with the skin cancer scare, that's changed a bit, but we see a bit of a tan skin as a healthy sign. Here, they just desperately want to be white. That is a sign of beauty and probably affluence as well, I think. But yeah, I hate it. They all look like bank robbers, and I don't like seeing pretty girls looking like a Western outlaw with the mask over the face. I think it's a bad look. But you know, it's amazing what people do. There's probably no scientific basis whatsoever for it. The other thing is, when you go to little convenience stores, you will see whiteners everywhere. You know, they're just, you know, in the cosmetic area, stack of skin whiteners. It is an obsession with the women here. God, I hope Stanley's operated. I mean, he spoke English. He told me he's open Sunday. I don't see any sign of him being here, but if he's not, I'll go. I know where else I can go, so, you know, I will still eat. But yeah, it looks quiet. Does not look promising. But he did say he's open. Maybe it's not for takeaway. I don't know. Oh no, there he is. He is open. It's okay. Oh well, Stanley was there as usual. Yeah, you got a horn. I get it. What was interesting is I had 3 different types of food, and he only charged me 60 today. So that was good, because the price had keep going up every day. So I got my squid, and I got a little bit of fish and a little bit of pork. And it's funny how he does the pork. He actually will slice it for you using scissors, normal scissors. I expect the unexpected in Vietnam. Yeah, he uses standard scissors to slice up the pork for me, and the squid, because the squid's quite large. So he's probably very happy. People say he knows someone who buys squid from him every day. I'm sure he gets a good margin on that. But God, it can't be much, because 60 for all of this. 60 for all of this food. Incredible. This is what it's all about. Okay, I got ripped off yesterday. My fault, because I was pissed. That's you don't get pissed, and you're smart here. You can live very, very well and for very cheap amounts. But you have to be smart and not do stupid things like I do. That's not such a hard thing. I might slow down now, I think, with the bars. We'll see how it goes. I do like just going to the bars and chatting to the bar girls. And I noticed that with the vinyl bar, all the local guys seem to have gone. I have not seen them at either Vinyl Bar or Number 5 Bar, and they used to frequent it religiously. See, even on a Sunday, a lot of traffic. This is actually about 11:30 Sunday morning. Luckily the clouds have moved over, haven't had any rain, so that's good. But you know, this is a city that never sleeps. It's just, there's so many people here, and it will be fascinating to see what will happen with the bar scene in Hanoi now that they've finally woken up that there's money to be made by having girly type bars. They're slow learners, but they're learning, and unlike the Thais, I think they're actually more motivated. I think the Thais are just going through the motions a lot. I mean, and that's nothing to do with the death of the king. This is pre that. I'm talking about a normal situation with Thailand. I just get the feeling that this country, these people are so energized. You know, people like Stanley, you know, small business people, they are really hard workers, 7-day-a-week workers. 6:30 every morning, not 6 day a week. So I hope he has a holiday. I really do, because he deserves one. When he comes to Australia, maybe we can catch up. That would be nice. But he'd probably go to Sydney. You never know, he might go to Cairns. I don't know what's happening here. Some sort of a gathering. I don't. Oh, probably kids' party, I think. Yeah, that's probably a kids' party. I have no idea. I'm a blind man in a foreign country. What the hell do I know? I know nothing about Vietnamese culture. Well, I know little about Vietnamese culture. But I'm hardly an authority. I'm just an idiot abroad, as they say. Or a broad idiot, whichever way you want to put it. But I just stumble my way from day to day. Luckily, I have enough money in the bank to do it. I'm not going to be a burden on anybody because I am careful with my money, and when I do go overseas I can indulge myself, and I don't travel with anyone else, so I don't have anyone else to worry about or to clip my wings. I'm a free agent, and I like it that way. So many friendships have died through travel. I'm schmoozing with all the beautiful bar girls in Saigon, which is totally age inappropriate. The Asian girls are more like, they're more forgiving for that, but you're still some shriveled up old guy, and there are some who are just totally mercenary, and they want to marry a guy because they know they've only got a few years to live, and of course they will get inheritance and citizenship. It makes sense. Why wouldn't you? Again, you know, I've never lived in this sort of desperate situation, so how can I possibly judge them? You know, we are very lucky. We need to remind ourselves how lucky we are.